One of the most common mistakes I hear English learners make is asking indirect questions incorrectly. So they would say things like, "Do you know where is the bank?" Or, "Could you tell me how much does it cost?" Now that's wrong, because they're supposed to be indirect questions. You see, a direct question is a simple, proper question where you have an auxiliary verb and then a subject and then a main verb in the proper form. Like, what are you doing? That's a direct question. Or, how much does it cost? That's another direct question. Let's say you want to know the location of the bank. A direct question would be, where is the bank? But you can't just stop someone on the street and ask, "Hey, where is the bank?" Because that's rude. You want to sound more polite. And to sound more polite, you need to use an indirect question and say something like, "Excuse me, do you know blah blah blah?" Or, "Could you tell me blah blah blah?" That's an indirect question. It starts with something like this. Do you know? Could you tell me? Would you mind telling me? Or whatever. Do you know is a direct question. And where is the bank is another direct question. So to put them together just the way they are is wrong. In order to make an indirect question, you keep the first part as it is. Do you know? That's a direct question, stays the same. But the second part, where is the bank? It changes into the indirect form. So you change the question form into the statement form, right? So where is the bank becomes where the bank is. The to be verb goes after the subject because it's the form of a statement now, because it's an indirect question. Do you know where the bank is? That's correct. That's an indirect question. Another example. How much does it cost? That's a direct question. Could you tell me? That's another direct question. You cannot just put them together the way they are. So you have to change the second part. Could you tell me how much it costs? Does it cost becomes it costs. Question form becomes a statement form. Another example. What did you see? That's a direct question. So an indirect question would be, would you mind telling me what you saw? Did you see becomes you saw. Would you mind telling me what you saw? That's an indirect question. So what do you think of this video? Or shall I say, could you tell me in the comments what you think of this video?